Data is the DNA of any business. At National List Services, we focus on one ideal. We offer marketing solutions that fit. We're not interested in selling you data. We're interested in selling you the primary solution to the problem you have today. As a data broker and aggregator, we have access to the top data sets and know where everyone is getting their data from. We identify your demand, the needs of what your customers are, where people are in life, what stages they find themselves in, and their backgrounds that most fit your necessity level. National List Services looks for a long-term solution to what your data needs are, and more importantly, we will educate you on the industry, what to ask other data sources, what to look for, and what to say. Our job is ethics-oriented and getting you what you need right now when it comes to data. Book a call with us today at nationallistservices.com.
Good afternoon, everybody. Audrey here. Hope you're doing well. Let's get this right. Have a little readjustment going on. Perfect. So welcome to the Data Roundtable. It's just Audrey this week. No Skylar with us. No Joel. So I hope you're doing well. How are you? It's been a good week. There we go. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Let me know if you can't. No, my microphone is going. We are good and live. So I want to share this week some consumer counts information. We haven't done the consumer file for a while. And what we do on the Data Roundtable is share how to use our system live and answer your questions should you have any concerns, any counts you want us to run, we'll show it to you. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Share nationallistcounts.com. Here we go. It'll be me and National List Counts. Let me. There we go. Little technical difficulty. Sorry, guys. Let me make sure. So I have had computer issues this last week and I'm working off a new device. So everything had to get reset up. And you know how frustrating that is. It was fairly flawless. I have great IT help from Mr. Joel Buhr, and that was great. But right now to share my screen, I need to really quick allow some privacies. So let's get this set up so I can share the consumer file with you. And usually on our live data roundtables, if no one has submitted a request or a question for me to answer, I usually do cover something that has come up this last week. So this is one for the record books. Love it. So we are still live. Glad to rejoin you again. I am just on top of things today. So let me go ahead and pull up National List Counts and we'll get going from there. If you do not have an account with National List Services, go to nationallistcounts.com and you can register there. Super easy. You just fill out some information so we better know your business services and can help you get the right list. And we also have, let me look up my information here. We're just all kinds of fun today. This is as good as Joel's podcast he did, where we were setting up again live in Florida, and it got a little tricky, but we just rolled with it live because that's the fun of it. All right, let me passwords going here. Here we are. Ta-da. All right, let's share this screen again. This will be one for the record books. I tell you what, everybody. All right. I'm going to share my screen here. Share window, national list counts. Success. Here we go. Are we still live? Yeah. We're just rolling with it. I think it's like Joel's podcast. My great gal Jessie is here, who helps me on the lives, and it's saying I don't have an internet connection, but obviously I do because we are live.
Yeah, you're live.
It's for the record books. I think it's fun.
Awesome.
It's like how you roll with any live. People are afraid. We had an entire podcast, an entire Be Growth Driven, about the fear of podcasts, the fear of going live. What do you do? And when everything goes wrong, you still keep rolling. And that's what we're doing today. So we're going to share national accounts. I think we're all good now.
Okay.
Check me on your side, but I think we're all good.
Awesome.
Thank you for your help. I love our team here. So let me share the national consumer list. Like I was mentioning, usually if we have no questions, no requests come in for this, I cover something that we did this week. So I have a consumer list I did, and there's two tips I want to share on this. One was we were looking for single family dwelling units, and there are two different selections you can pick for that. So I want to share the options we have there because it does matter to the list you want. And then also how you look up. Sometimes people will give us cities. Hey, I want people in these cities. Well, let me share geography. We're going to get started here. I'm going to go to National Consumer List. That's my home base where I work out of the most. So it takes us top tab navigation straight into geography on every single data file on national list counts. It's going to take you straight into geography. So if you look at all of our geographies, you'll see here, we don't have cities listed. It goes by zips. So on zip code, I'm looking at my screen, not directly at you. I hope you don't mind. Forgive me for that. When you go to zip codes, you can go to look up. And that is basically what I did. I knew all these cities you were looking for were in Illinois. So I can pick the state and you can type it in. It goes just that fast. And let me pull up one of them. And what was there's even more interesting on this count. It got a little bit interesting. So some cities have only, here we go, Northbrook was one of them, have only P.O. box deliveries, and it's not a residential route where you could get, it's going to the people who live in the homes, but their address is a post office box. So it told me that. It was very interesting. So here are two of the zip codes. I'm going to look up the city of, let me do Long Grove because this was interesting, Illinois, search. I'm going to do, yes, select all, add the zip code. So if you get a list of cities that you need to get data for, no fear, go to zip codes. This is what you do. Let me go to look up, type in a few more, and we'll go from there. Let's do Arlington Heights, search, and add all. There we go. And let's look up Lake Zurich. Here we go. I don't know if I got that one already. Search. So I'm going to add all these zip codes. There we go. And save. I always like to click save. Now, for some mailers, let's say you're coming to us for data, but you have a printer lined up. Double check with your printer. I know I have one client and his printer does Zip Plus 4s exclusively. He doesn't want to mail if there's not a Zip Plus 4. So here we would pick only records with a Zip Plus 4. And that does matter to how the printer wants to do your variable label when they print it on there. It's up to you. If it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get an address with a zip code. And in the end, that's what matters. Getting your mail piece or your ad into their mailbox. So I'm going to click save. Now, they wanted to do single family dwelling units. So I wanted to share how there's two options here. And they specifically told me no condos. So what I did, normally I would go to dwelling type. That's my go-to. And it disappeared here. Let's go all selections. I'll scroll down to dwelling type. Here we go. And that's going to give me multifamily or single family or uncoded, meaning we don't know if this is one or the other. So normally I would pick single family dwelling unit, but because they said no condos, I want to look and see, okay, can I omit condos from this? Because I know my parents, they live in a condo. They have their own address, their own side-by-side condo with somebody else. I don't think technically it's a multifamily dwelling unit, but condos are listed here under property detail type. And that's what I picked instead of dwelling units. Let me go to property type here. Here you can pick single family, multifamily, or by condo, twoplex, fourplex, apartments, mobile home. So sometimes you do want to target people who live in an apartment or a mobile home. That's where you want your list to go to. In this case, I'm going to pick single family dwelling unit. I can't omit by condo, but by not selecting it, I'm getting just the single family dwelling units in those zip codes. So I want to share that detail. You may not think it matters, but in this case, definitely go to property type instead of dwelling type. So I'm going to click continue. And that was all they wanted. Oh, verified homeowner. Let's go to homeowner. That matters too. They're wanting to advertise to people. And you can type this in. Let's see if it'll work. Home owner or renter. Here we go. Let's go to homeowner. And select homeowner and verified homeowner. And click continue. So that's our list. I'm going to hit recalculate. And here's what I want to share with you. I'm not going to run the full-on report and go share my email too, because we don't want to crash us again. So what's awesome here is once you hit recalculate and you get your totals, this is amazing. You can go to view pricing to see what that list would cost. Let me see. Is that going to pull over? Oh, it's not on the screen share. I don't think. Let me look. Is it on the screen share? No, it's not. On view pricing, you can see the pricing on this. And I'm actually going to, I'll have to share my screen because I really want to share the instant breakdown. So down here, there's instant breakdown. This is what your count report's going to show. It doesn't look exactly the same. Oh, yay, it's going to show. It's not its own pop-up box. I forget sometimes. And we'll show just zip codes. Run breakdown. So instead of running the whole report, if you're doing preliminaries and you want to add a few more zip codes, here you go. So what's interesting is I have all my zip codes here for these cities I typed in. What's interesting is there's a city here I did not type in. By zip code, it technically is Long Grove, and it's renamed. Zip codes are interesting. Look up zipcodes.com. It's going to show you this. I also went and typed in this zip code, 60049. That's the one that's just P.O. boxes. That's why it's 0. Same thing here with Arlington Heights. My in-laws live in a town. They have a street address. They have a house with a number on it, but all the mail goes to the P.O. box. So there technically is zip codes where it's just P.O. box at a post office. So I found that out and I removed those from the count so as not to confuse the customer. But when you find these what you may think are anomalies, go do a little more research. Always use a third-party reference. I love checking out other sites to find out. Another way we run counts is by county. And sometimes there are cities where it's on both sides of the county. And so somebody will call and say, I didn't want that county. I don't have customers there. I'm like, but you do. Let's look at the map. And the map never lies. So that's what's really interesting about data. Find out why it's a 0. What does this tell us about this data? So again, just something interesting to find out. If I ran this for P.O. boxes, this number would populate and none of these would all have zeros. It's just the flip side. So use a third-party source. Check zipcodes.com. That's one of my go-tos I love. And I want to say Lake Zurich is also these 3, 60047, 49, and 60. They're all considered Long Grove. But the actual Long Grove city, it's all P.O. boxes. So interesting details about data that you didn't know before. You can find your cities by zip code and check out why sometimes there's a 0 there. It doesn't mean no one lives there. That's not always what it means. On the flip side, I'll tell you this. I did a count once for a very high-end apartment building, and it gave me a big fat 0. And I'm like, I know it's not 0. Sometimes you pay for that privilege. Those addresses are just not available. And that's when it's great to use our business owners database because you're trying to find somebody. We knew they owned a business, and you can get cell phone numbers for business owners. So little more data details for you not to overwhelm you. So I hope this information has been slightly insightful. I hope us dropping from our live 5 times has been entertaining. This is why you go live. You learn live how to do things. Let me stop sharing my screen here. Actually, I do want to share. Check out the bottom. I love all these details. Just to share with you, when you are building your list, you can view your selections, place your orders straight from your count, view the pricing exactly. What's nice about this, like I said, it pops up a box, and I'm not able to share that right now. It will also give you pricing on the file for everything by line item. So if you know what your line item is called and you didn't select it, but you're thinking about it, you can find out how much it costs. And print and mail detail. When you order a list, it's a one-time use. You can order it for 2-time use or multi-use, which is more than 2, no limit. I don't think there's a limit, no limit. And what that does is if you're wanting to mail to everybody on your list 5 times, you get it for multi-use cost. It breaks down those costs per line item, per everything in your view pricing. So when you run it, it's going to give you single use pricing. You can click view pricing, go find that multi-use number and calculate your total, and you can go with it. Order it, get it to the printer, get it to the post office, and you're good to go. Instant breakdown, again, gives you these details here without running your count report, so you can change it as you go. Maybe you're going to do 1 or 2 edits and then run that count report for your final and use it for your client or for you if this is your own list. You can save your search. It won't send you a report or these numbers, or run your count report, and it's going to give you all this data. So I hope this has been, like I said, insightful, entertaining, to say the least, and that you'll join us again for a live next week. We have no topic to cover. Please let me know what you want to see. And in the meantime, you can register at nationallistcounts.com. And you can go to, let me make sure I say it right, start.nationallistcounts.com. I will put it here in the comments for future use so that you can go and see our video library. It'll show you how to register. It will, nationallistcounts.com. I can't chew gum and talk at the same time. It will show you how to register, how to fill out the information. If you have a special registration code, you can get that. Some of our customers, that'll tell us what pricing. It'll automatically get you better pricing if you have that code. Certain offers go out right now. We have none, just so you know. But again, check out start.nationallistcounts.com. Register to see the videos. You're going to need to watch a few videos to get access to everything, but we go through, let me share the homepage again. Hopefully we have a few other people in the future who will want to make some videos and share. Let me share this again one more time. So obviously, you know what specific data you need, business, consumer, whether it's homeowner, new mover. We have so many different files. But what's nice is with that Video Learning Center, you have a video for every single file. And if there are little details you need to know about ordering or selecting different items, I share that. So go check it out. You do not need all of them, but find the ones that apply. Watch what you need. Write down any extra questions you have. I'm always available via email. It is Audrey at firstdirectmarketing.com. First Direct. I should have these ready to click and paste, shouldn't I? Typing and talking. Email me any other questions. And with that, it is time to end our live. I'm not ready to drop out of this a 6th time. I hope I have motivated you to go live. Be fearless. It's all going to be okay. We still got the information you needed. I hope this helps you to get the right list, to reach your audience and get your message in front of them, because that's what you need to grow your business. You need to get attention. You need to make sure your audience knows who you are, how to reach you, and does contact you. So let us help you with that. Go to nationallistcounts.com and we're here to help you. Have a great day, everybody. Next week will be smoother, and shoot me an email. Let me know what topic you want to see, details you need to know. Have a good one.